very, very heavy.
Okay, guys, this is Ricky with Lyons Tech. We're going to install this. This is the enthusiast Kraken 360 RGB.
Building a pre-built PC is go and look at the specs, go and make the PC part maker, and understand what you're buying and what you're not. Because a lot of times there are some companies that are out there that are out to hit you, and it's really important to be informed about what it is that you're essentially purchasing. Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's any other questions going in there for now. But yeah,
so we're definitely going to go with this. And
so there's a comment there from Soft Killer saying that 5 terabytes is a lot for a hard drive. And my comment on that is like it could be a lot, but like we have talked before and what we have said before, it depends on your usage, it depends on you do. For example, if you are doing video editing at 4K, 5 terabytes is a lot. So if for gaming, like if you just have the computer for gaming and you need to load gaming there, yeah, that's a lot. But like I said, it depends on you. Remember, everybody is personalized, it's customized. And some people, 5 terabytes might be too much, too little, maybe too good for you. So yeah, keep that in mind.
The other thing too is like honestly, the cost of memory has come way down, right? It's funny. Somebody was asking, hey, is this a build similar to what you had built just the other day? Yes, this is very similar. And during that conversation we had, I remember when I bought a 2 terabyte 3.5 inch SSD for like $1,000 back in the day, right? So I think one of the things that you're seeing with when you look at these companies that are building, costing out high-end rigs, like what we're seeing here with this build from Origin, that one of the things that they're trying to do is like, by purchasing in bulk or whatever it was, you get nice deals on hefty amounts of storage. And believe it or not, you can fill up 5 terabytes pretty
this thing right here is like super heavy.
That I have the Tiki that you guys seem to use. That's got 2 4 terabyte NVMe's, and I actually have to work. I still have to do some storage management for sure, because you can run out of room. Yeah.
Actually, one thing that you just said, we're in a room. Remember, for you guys who have, well, I hope everybody's on SSDs right now, but keep in mind that it's not that good of an idea to max out your SSD. You want to leave some room. Yeah, you want to leave some room in there, because what it is the SSD does some management in the background to make sure that the data that you have stored it doesn't get lost. So you don't max out your SSD, they need that extra storage, even though it has allocated within the system extra storage. But you still want to have a little bit more, so it has more room to move data around, so it doesn't lose the information, because there's some deep grading throughout the years of the system. So remember that. So long story long, TLDR, leave a little bit of room. Don't fully use your SSD to the max. Just give it some.
Yeah, and that's usually even when you have like RAM, like. There's DRAMless and there's a bunch of NVMe storage, but yeah, it's always a good idea, to definitely not going out. You will see a bunch of degradation. The other two is with swap files and everything like that, which can be a problem. So, I like seeing all the comments in there. The other thing too is that I would also recommend when you're looking at pre-built companies, look at the warranties, because different companies have different warranties. And it's important to know, like, one of the benefits that people look at when they do pre-built PCs is trying to understand, hey, what warranty, like, what are the benefits of buying from a company like Zydax, from a company like Origin, from a company like Falcon Northwest? What is it that I'm actually getting when I talk about or purchase a PC? I know for a fact, let's talk about Falcon Northwest for a second. Falcon, they actually have the ability that if your system breaks within a certain amount of time after you purchase it, they will overnight the system to their headquarters and get it fixed and get it back to you as fast as they possibly can, which is, that's a very, very good benefit. Companies like Origin have something called the Evolve program, where they will actually purchase parts, like say for instance, they're talking about on Discord, you wanted a motherboard upgrade. They will actually purchase your old motherboard at fair market value, and then you can send it to them, and they'll upgrade the system for you at no cost outside of shipping, and then send it back to you. So if you want your PC to evolve over time, companies like that do offer that as well. I know, for instance, like companies like Zydax, they actually have 24/7 technical support and stuff like that. So again, looking into the warranty and understanding the company that you're buying from can be another very, very important part of purchasing a pre-built system.
Yeah, actually, continue on that on the warranty. There's also other program that Roby was mentioning. Is another program that some of them offer is an overclock system, and they actually want guarantee or have a warranty on that system. So they will make sure that they'll sell you a system that is overclocked, and they'll tell you this system is stable and this is overclocked, and if you have an issue, you can return it and we'll exchange it, or we'll make sure that it comes quick. And they have that warranty, which is pretty good. Which is cool.
Yeah, and then Pastor Dane brings up something that was really interesting. Well, I do know for this one, because it was in the email, I don't know if James saw it, but this ready-to-ship system, this one you can't opt into Evolve. But understand that there might be things, the other thing too is what are called ready-to-ship systems versus custom systems. So a lot of times, custom systems, and I know companies like Origin, I know that, CLX, you also have companies like Zydax, that you can completely customize a system altogether. And then there's companies like Alexander PC and stuff which build what are called ready-to-ship systems. These are basically systems that already all the components are chosen, you're not really doing anything, and because of the bundling, you end up with a better price. So definitely something that's worth looking at when you're going through and choosing a system to see which one might be better, and then if you need a customization or not. I will tell you one of the things that's actually really awesome about pre-builds is they're also a great place to go and look at and see what other companies are putting together and use those as ways to do like a jump off to figure out your own build. So there's a lot of there's a whole team of people, especially these bigger companies, whose whole job is to figure out how they're put together, what they're, how they're going to run, all the systems engineering, to make sure that these particular parts are not going to get returned, that they have good stability, that they have good longevity. Because again, margins in this industry are actually very, very slim. And so if you have systems that are returned or broken, that actually cuts into the bottom line. So they're doing a bunch of research. So usually looking to make sure that those particular parts are going to work well and function well over time. So it's always a good idea if you're like looking and you're like, hey, I'm a little lost on where to start from a PC part picker standpoint, head over to your favorite PC builder, and then or like at one of those companies, and use those as kind of a jumping off point, because that's actually ends up being a really, really good place to kind of start.
Yeah, not only that, they have like already like the pre-configuration with the parts, but they also have some tools within their website that they actually work with a part maker and they let you know what will work together. And I think some of them even have some performance, there. I had something else that I was supposed to I got so excited.
Yeah, for sure. And then again, if you, I saw one said that Chad had some great questions. If there are questions, please highlight them so we can ask them again. Vic just said, is there something better than PC Part Breaker? They don't have half the parts I want. So unfortunately, there aren't a lot of other options. Newegg actually has a PC Builder option that they've been working on. I think the team's actually a little bit better. I don't know if it's necessarily better or not, but there is an alternative. I don't think there's much beyond that.
There's Micro Centers also has
there you go. Micro Center also apparently has. But again, I think Micro Center Newegg, based on what they actually have in stock.
What the fuck?
I don't know if it's going to really fit what you need.
Yeah.
But there, we got some ones from there.
Jesus
Christ. Is like, for example, for these systems that they sell overclocked, they make sure that they leave them overclocked. I don't know if they still do that, but back when I was doing another job at Intel, I remember they will have the overclock system for running for like a day or 2 weeks before they do that. They have a full screen there. So they do test those systems thoroughly to make sure that what you're getting is, it's top notch. So it's pretty cool what they do, all the different stuff and options that they have. But for their legs.
So here is that beautiful case that they have. Now somebody asked, Roby, can I guide the system that you're building right now? Yes, you can. Head over to Working PC. They actually have it just right there in stock. You can purchase it, and it ships with like within 7 to 14 days. I think it might even be like, because these are literally ready to ship systems. And it also comes with a beautiful mouse mat and a custom Envision SCUF controller as well. So.
Wow, I thought that it was, is that like so the painting on that side that you're holding right here was a big, it's gorgeous. Oh.
Yeah, no, this case is beautiful. And wait till you see it all lit up and everything like that. So this is honestly, and this is a limited run, and I'd love to see people's feedback on whether limited runs are a good thing or not, right? But yeah, this is, once these are all sold out, they're sold out. And then here, looking at the top, look at this, Alex. I mean, just a very, very quality print. Even the top has it, so it's all the way across the entire PC. You can see that it actually has, like, you know, the whole thing is designed and beautiful like this, which is actually pretty cool.
It's cool. I mean, I'm a sucker for cherry blossoms. Like, this is two things: cherry blossoms and computers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, the cherry blossoms are amazing. Are there any other questions? Can I have this? Oh, can I have this in your building? No, you can't have it. This one actually was already given away, so we actually gave this away, built it, and gave it away on stream just the other day. But we wanted, like, it felt like a good way to have a conversation with the community about pre-built systems and what some of the benefits are. The other two is when we actually get to showcasing and showing the performance of this particular system, it'll actually give us another thing, which Alex kind of alluded to, is some of the treatments that these companies do to performance. And I know companies like Falcon Northwest, I don't know if you guys remember way back in the day when we showed the frac box system, when we were getting 40,000 plus on our Cinebench with something that was running on a 280 millimeter AO. And you're going to see some pretty ridiculously low temperatures on this system, but still holding a 35,000, 36,000 Cinebench score. So there's even some stuff in there when you think about the companies that you're buying from based on size and scale that could give you something that could create some longevity or other options as well. So definitely talking to people who purchased it, I just feel like
so we are putting the
or are afraid to do their homework
AIO together
when they're purchasing a pre-built system, and I feel like just taking the time to join in Discord servers like Intel or Robotech or Linus or
this is an
any of those other
absolute
ones to ask
beautiful,
questions.
beautiful
AIO.
AIO.
To kind of find the pre-built system that's going to be
It's the NZXT Kraken 360.
sometimes around our community is that people have a tendency to think that it's a one
It's a 360 millimeter high performance liquid cooler with RGB cooler fans, core fans, excuse me.
So don't let somebody else dissuade you, especially if you like a particular CPU or a particular GPU, or you play certain games, that you need to basically choose the hardware that's going to be best for you. So yeah, going from there.
Robbie, I know that the video card that we were putting there, the 4090, but I don't remember specifically what was the model.
So this is a 4090 Aero, and you guys are going to see it here in just a minute. We basically created a cut-down version of a build. As you can see, we've already got fans in here. I've already pre-routed running the cables. So we'll have this.
I wanted to use the main camera, but I had purchased a micro SD card, and come to find out, which is in this camera, which come to find out, the micro SD card that I got won't work, so
it's a good show, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good show. I forgot they actually have
I've got to purchase another one.
People asking how do I enter the giveaway? Guys, we'll actually have an announce for that in just a few minutes. Just pay attention to all the different channels and stuff like that.
Daddy!
What, buddy?
Somebody says I agree with the Mighty Ducks comment. I don't know if the Corsair team is here. We're just asking a very good question. Where is the chippy case mod? People are curious. Maybe a chippy one. We need to get in on that.
We've been talking about that for a while.
I know, we have to get that. We actually have to get that going. So, any other questions you guys are thinking about when you're thinking we're doing PC building? You can ask general PC building questions. You can ask questions about pre-builds. What else can we help with? Like, what other things can we help answer?
Here's a question. Here's a
Okay.
question from Husker Shadow. How does the dual PC streaming work?
You knocked them down.
So dual PC streaming is the reason the GPUs don't matter is that one machine is essentially used for capturing while the other machine is used for gaming. So usually the streaming PC has a tendency to be the least powerful system. And then it has a capture device, and then the gaming PC, instead of having to use any resources whatsoever for streaming because it's not pushing anything out, is instead being plugged into that system, and then that system is then getting out to the monitor. I'll be honest guys, modern day CPUs and modern day GPU codecs don't really require two PC setups, and also two PC setups create a lot of complication in terms of hardware failure points and stuff like that, and actually make the whole thing a little bit more problematic. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. I don't know if it's really worth it, but of course, to each their own if they want to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's actually not the specific system, but there's a system from CLX that you actually have two PCs in one, and one is just your regular PC, for example, with Roby's building. Then on top of that, they have added a little nut inside there, something like a nut in there, so you can actually one for playing your games, the other one like they do it all the streaming and the capture. So it depends. It's like wine. What do you like? That's the best wine. You have what you like. But yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. For example, not that I have such a elaborate setup as Roby has, but I have just one system. So far, so good.
It only supposed to take 42%.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times
No,
it's 42. I think some of that stuff is the
I think it's
information is a little
42.
bit.
I done
dated.
checked in.
I
It's
think,
42.
like, there was definitely a time back in the dark times before the Force, before the Republic.